It's only one game. Still got the rest of the season left. The season's not a wash. No need to panic and start looking forward till next season. You just ran into a good team. You played a really good team in the San Francisco 49ers. Everybody's not as good as the 49ers. The 49ers almost made it to the Super Bowl last year. So it's not so bad. It's not so bad. But if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I will be approaching this game against the Cleveland Browns as a must-win game for two reasons. I know it's only week 2, but if you look at it, first reason, you don't want to be behind the 8 ball too much. You lose your first game, now you're 0-2, you're in a tough division. Tough division, and then you're in a tough conference as well, so you don't want to, be behind too much. You go down 0-2, now you need to win 2 consecutive games to be 500, and then you can start from there. So you go 0-2, just say you win, your next one. All right, you're 1-2. So, and you lose the next one, you're still behind. So you're going to be chasing your tail all season, if you get down too far, so you don't want to go down 0-2 in this tough division and in this tough conference. And then for the second reason, you look at it, the Cleveland Browns, they beat the Cincinnati Bengals week 1. So if they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers Monday night, now they're 2-0 with both wins in the division. Now they have an early lead in the division. They have an early jump, having 2 division games. Both their games that they won were both division games. Now I know the Browns is the Browns and stuff like that, but still, you can't take nobody, lightly. Every year's a new year, and just having them have their 2 division wins, that just means week 5 against Baltimore, man. You have to win that one. There's weeks in between there. Baltimore, I don't know their schedule if they play a division game or not. But if everybody has a win in a division by week 5, and you're already, you lost to Cleveland, and maybe if you lose a game there, you got Vegas, man. Yeah, so Baltimore week 5 would be like a must for sure win if you lose to the Browns. Just speaking of in the division, and then you got the Raiders, Oakland Raiders next. Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders next. Okay, they're in the AFC. So these next 2 games, just like last year with the Pittsburgh Steelers losing to the Jets, come back to haunt you. So you don't want to lose to either Cleveland Browns in the division. You don't want to go behind in the division and your overall record chasing being behind the 8 ball too much. And then you don't want to lose to the Vegas Raiders the next week after that, because they might be in the hunt, with that extra wild card. Just say you don't win a division, you got to give yourself, some room to get that wild card. So you want to win all the AFC games. So losing to San Fran, okay, it was bad. All right. But they're a good team and they're not in the AFC. So you can kind of push that to the side, learn from it, and keep going. But you don't want to lose to the Raiders or the Browns. So this game, I would come in here, the Browns go in there, to Acrisure Stadium. I will have the guys ready, man, and Cleveland, they're probably going to try to run the ball with Nick Chubb. They don't run the ball too much, though. They're around 20-25 times with Nick Chubb, but that's all they really need, because Nick Chubb is very efficient with his running style, because that's a good line, and he's a one-cut runner. He hits you with a cut, and he's off to the races. And they have Deshaun Watson. He can move around as well. So defensively, if I'm the Steelers, man, I would rather, take a gamble with Deshaun Watson beat me than Nick Chubb. But with Cam Hayward being out, that's just going to be just that much of a tougher task to stop Nick Chubb, without that production with Cam. So you're looking at the young guys, Benton, the rookie, he's probably going to be up, to fill the gap there, with some other guys. But I would try to stop that run as best as I can, man. Stop the run, and I would just, dare Deshaun Watson to beat me. He hasn't returned to form if he's going to, if you look at it. They play good defense against the Bengals, hold Burrow to 85 yards or in the 80s or something like that. So it was a good defensive game. Watson really didn't do too much in that game. He ran for a touchdown. He's mobile. But, so I would take my chances with Watson. I would say, hey, I don't think he's that guy anymore. But Chubb, we know he is. Chubb's been consistent since he's been in the league. So, I would try to take Chubb out and say, hey, Deshaun, we don't think you can beat us, and take and go about it that way. And then on the offensive side, for Pittsburgh Steelers, man, I would come out like striking fast. I wouldn't, if the Steelers win the coin toss, don't take the ball, defer, get the ball at half, let them get the ball and stop them. And when you do get the ball, put together your best script of plays for that first drive to try your hardest to get a touchdown. Get something. You need something on the board, but a touchdown is you want to get a lead to make sure that you putting it in Deshaun Watson's hands, because if it's close, the Browns are maybe try to run Nick Chubb, and he's, like I said, they have a hell of a line, so they're going to probably have some success with that. Teams pretty much don't shut Nick Chubb down. He's a consistent runner. So if you go about it trying to stop the run, then that'll put it in Deshaun's hands, which I think will be a better way to go about it, because I don't think Deshaun can beat you like that. I don't, and Stefanski, their scheme is not like Shanahan, to where they're going to put Deshaun in, put ways that, like I said, the Browns are the Browns, they're not going to put them in, those positions. So it's going to be Deshaun having to be Deshaun. And I don't think, he can. I would bet on him more than Chubb to beat me. I'll put it like that. So, it's going to be tough. I mean, the Browns are, they look tough. The defense look tough. You hold Burrow to 80 yards, calf injury or not, man, that's still Burrow. And that's under 100 yards. And he was actually benched in that game, so, it's going to be tough. But you have to put together, some points fast, and then you can run, you can let Jaylen Warren and Najee take you out of the stadium, get you out of the stadium, as Tomlin would say, in the game like that. But coming into this game, I know it's only week 2, but losing, week 1 and then having a division game week 2, it has to be a must win, especially when the team, the Cleveland Browns, already beat the Cincinnati Bengals. They're already a game up in the division, and then they beat the Steelers. Then they're 2 games up in the division. The Steelers are behind the 8 ball in the division and in the AFC as a whole. So you don't want to do that. You're chasing your tail behind the 8 ball the whole season, and that's not the way to do it. So Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe they're going to get it done against the Cleveland Browns. But that's why you play the game, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bells to get all the new videos. And until next time.